You want to take
go?
this?
Come to me.
You want to go?
It's a really funny story. So like at 3 a.m. this one day, I was like, Hersh. I sent him a voice note and I was like, can I just be like, nah, da 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 da? And he's like, dude, are you okay right now? And I was like, I am very. Do you not understand what I'm trying to do?
Naadaniyan is something that you worked on. How was it like working on something behind the scenes?
He just said that openly while being, in front of like all the people from Nexa. I really respect that.
That really drove them crazy. But anyway.
That's funny. Nah, go on.
Okay, welcome to the socials of 94.3 Radio 1. I'm Bhaarat and I'm so excited to be having two young artists who are going all guns blazing. Shriya Rao and Noah Cerejo, who's joined us today in the studios. Guys, so cool to have you.
Thank you so much
Thanks
for
for
having
having
us.
us.
It's good to be here.
Has
It'll be
anyone
fun.
told you look like Vedang Raina a little bit? Like you got a bit of like
I see
Vedang.
it.
Yeah, you see it, right?
Yeah.
I think it's the lighting.
That was a good reference actually.
Yeah. Vedang, he's someone.
Okay.
He's an actor.
Good to know. Good to know.
Good pretense. Maybe he's Vedang Raina and he's just...
I
But
don't know.
anyways,
I don't know if that's a compliment or an insult. But I'll take it.
it's a compliment. He's a good singer as well. But anyways, let's come to the main focus of today, and that is Talk to Me. So talk to me about how Talk to Me came about.
You want to
wanna
take
go?
this?
Come to me.
You want to go?
Okay, so Noah and I actually haven't known each other for a really long time.
Okay.
And this is one of the first few songs that we started working on. And I think it just came together with GarageBand or Logic. Which one was it?
It was Logic. It was
It was
Logic.
Logic. We've
GarageBand is the
upgraded
baby
since.
pool of like
course.
music production.
Yeah,
And yeah, go ahead.
no. Yeah, that was like the first time we had met.
Yeah,
And,
it was really awkward.
It was the first time we spoke for a bit, and then Shriya was like, "Okay, are we gonna like make music or not?"
Yeah, I was like, what is all this talking
Okay.
leading to a song?
So then, yeah, I kind of just played this chord progression, and then she like sang this hook over it, and like it took like an hour, and then we kind of had like the
base
foundation of the song.
Yeah. That was really cool. It came together, like you're saying, super quickly. And
Yeah.
like, the hook is what we came up with first. And then we had
Yeah.
just drums, that one
Just
key thingy.
drums,
that
keys,
patch.
and bass.
Yeah, keys
Yeah.
and
That's
bass
it.
and vocals. That's it. And then soon after, we wrote the verse. We wrote the outro.
She sent it
which
to
is cool.
Hersh, and then
Oh,
Hersh
yeah.
did like.
Yeah.
He's not here.
We are, because Hersh is one of my favorite people ever.
Yeah.
And he's one of the most fun people to work with, you know this.
Of course.
Super duper. He just gets it. And I think it was so cool that we all listened to like Kaytranada, Mac Miller, who else? Like a lot of house music.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like,
Yeah.
And so we kind of all were like, okay, we know the direction of the song. So there weren't a lot of creative differences, which was kind of nice.
Wow.
And
and
yeah, just came
I think,
together
we were all
smoothly.
kind of on the same page, I feel. And like
Yeah.
when Hersh put the vocal chops in, I was
Oh,
like, shit,
dude.
this song has been made.
That's exactly what I noticed towards the end of the track. The vocal chops was something so interesting. A really interesting way to end the track.
Yeah.
And I was talking to Noah about this off the record, and I was telling him that I really love how the track like really gets into the action the moment it begins. Like
Yeah.
there's
Let's
no
go.
build-up
Like-
melody or
like
anything
2
of that. So
seconds
it
in.
just
2
gets
seconds.
into it.
Straight in.
Wow, man, that's so cool. And Creative Synergy is a wonderful place to begin with, and I really hope that many more collaborations flourish.
Thank you.
You've collaborated with Hersh before as well.
Yes, I have. I actually want to touch on the vocal chops just for a moment.
Please do.
Because it's a really funny story. So like at 3 a.m. this one day, I was like, Hersh, I sent him a voice note and I was like, can I just be like, nah, da 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 da? And he's like, dude, are you okay right now? And I was like, I am very, do you not understand what I'm trying to do? And
Yeah.
he was like, no. So then we got on a Zoom call the next morning and I was like, I can't forget this, but I want the song to have like a beat switch because we've noticed that a lot of our favorite artists do that. I mean,
Travis Scott and Drake.
yeah, my
This is
favorite
another
artist.
sicko mode.
But yeah, Shriya's gonna kill you.
Yeah. Wow.
I was actually gonna say the internet,
Oh.
which
Wow.
is a really nice band,
Okay.
and they have some music. There's actually one song called "Goal," which I really like, and that's the song that
Yeah.
I remember. Yeah, you know
Kaytranada,
this one,
Kaytranada.
Kaytranada, the internet. But they do this beat switch, and I don't think that's something you can force, but I think it just came very organically with this song.
Okay.
And then we sat and we actually like wrote in each vocal chop. So like it was programmed, but it was also like super duper edited exactly the way I had like a rhythm in my mind.
She
of
had the
what the
vision.
sound is.
She had the vision. for
And
it.
that's why it was so much fun because they just decided to be like, you're not psychotic. That sounds like a good idea. Let's do it.
It was a great idea.
Wow,
Nice.
you just spoke about her having the vision, and I think you've worked behind the scenes as well. Of course, Naadaniyan is something that you worked on. How was it like working on something behind the scenes? What is it that you grasped? Of course, you worked with Tushar Lall, if I'm not to be mistaken. You've been singing since the age of 9. That's your first playback track as a backing vocalist on Tu Koi Aur Hai from Tamasha. All that you've learned behind the scenes, how does it help you encapsulate or articulate what you really want to do in terms of the vision, the overall vision of your track?
I think a lot of it is just being really good at communicating what exactly you have in your mind and how to translate that, because the other
Right.
person is not going to be able to understand what musical background you're coming from. Everyone has different, backgrounds.
I'm sure.
But then communication is key, and having people that are super receptive to work with. So from Noah to Hersh to Tushar as well. I mean, I had so many ideas for layers to add in that movie. So I did like the soundtrack and the score and the title and things like that. And I just had a bunch of vocal ideas and phrasings in mind. And it's all about communication. It's all about delivering. And like I'm saying, having people that are receptive and open to suggestions. Yeah, that's kind of it. I would
Wow,
say.
that's so cool,
I
man.
feel like when you work with other people, when you do music with other people, it has to be that way. Like you have to be kind of open to.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You can't have just your own singular kind of thing
Yeah.
and be like set on that, because everyone has kind of a different idea, like a little bit.
Exactly.
For sure.
And
For sure. It's all about what the other person brings to the table and sort of coming to a middle ground.
Yeah. And
I would actually like to ask you about this. Shriya, you also had a wonderful experience, interacting with Mr. AR Rahman on Nexa. He's of course considered to be the Mozart of Madras and is
I
an
love
Oscar winner and whatnot. What is it about him that you probably grasped or learned that the public eye doesn't know? And what is that one discipline from him that you really want to include or incorporate in your music? What would that be?
I'm sure everyone knows this, but he just listens to so much music. Like all of his music that he's done over the years, every piece is so versatile and different from the other.
For
Nothing
sure.
sounds like the same track.
Yeah.
And that just comes from listening to a lot of music. And just my experience with him was wonderful. He was so, sweet to talk to and so open to hearing about the artists that I listen to, and just hearing him vibe to like an R&B pop track that I had was kind of so surreal. I mean, I did not expect AR Rahman to be doing that, and I'm super grateful that I got to do that. But yeah, he's super humble. You want to make, and the fact that he just said that openly while being, in front of like all the people from Nexa, I really respect that.
That really drove them crazy. But anyway.
That's funny. Nah, go on.
Oh, that's so cool, man. Noah, of course, you're the son of a veteran musician, and music is in the bloodstream. You were telling me this that you started gigging last year and you've done over 100 gigs now,
Wow.
which is super cool. And so many tracks that you produced before this track came out, which is of course your first track out there. And what is it that you want to do better or different?
I mean, I think my father and my mom, they're both kind of like role models for me, to
Yeah.
be honest. I've taken in a lot from them, like just music taste and stuff naturally, just being in that environment with them
For sure.
and growing up with them. I've kind of learned a lot from them like that. But I feel like my dad and my mom, they've done like Bollywood and whatnot.
Of course.
They also grew up in a different time and stuff like that. They had a different kind of path for their careers, and I guess I kind of see myself having a different path for my career. Like I don't really want to do Bollywood that way, but I guess I would kind of want to. I'm more Western music like influenced, and that's what I kind of want to do.
Yeah.
That being said, I still definitely am influenced by them a lot and the music that they've done.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I guess it's just the difference is just there in like that Bollywood and kind of Western music.
Wow, man.
thing.
Yeah.
That's super cool. Wow.
Yeah, I know he's saying that he doesn't want to do Bollywood, but every time I've gone to Noah's house for a production session, there is one classic Bollywood movie that he's watching. And
Oh,
he
is
thinks-
it?
It's like twice,
Wow.
Like, bro.
Well,
No,
supposed
that's
to be
just
happening
because
two
I've
sessions.
been trying to improve my Hindi, so I've been
Oh,
like,
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
lovely,
Get him to
man.
speak some
the
Hindi.
reason.
He's dope.
Please don't.
Okay. Oh, that's super cool, man. Wow. I would actually like to ask the both of you all, like you mentioned, there's a whole difference like Noah mentioned, there's a whole difference in the approach for every generation. The avenues are different. Of course, at that point of time, non-film music and Bollywood music was
Yep.
most of it. Independent music exists now. We, of course, have avenues by the means of social media.
Yeah.
If you have a strong following, you can put a show out on Book My Show and people are going to come to it. the middlemen are there, but the middlemen have also varied in different verticals now. A really interesting time for artists to explore their standing within the industry and dabble between different spaces, just like you are. How important is it to have a strong social media presence and navigating through social media at this point of time for the both of y'all? What would that be?
You're the influencer.
Oh my god, don't say that. But it's funny that he says influencer, because I think now what's happening is people want to see what's beyond music in your life, and they want to actually get to know you as an artist, and I think that's a really special bond that you can share with the audience. So it's like, how do you do that? Which parts of your personality do you choose to share, and what do you keep private?
Yeah.
So for me, I'm really interested in fashion as well. So I decided to start this series called Style by Shriya, where essentially I style artists based on like an upcoming track of theirs.
Oh wow.
So it's a fun promotional piece for them. And it's also just a cool content piece to have. I mean, everyone does the lip sync reels with their songs, with the cool backgrounds and the cool edits and whatnot. But this is just something different. And I really enjoyed putting it together. And I think I'm someone that, if you know me, I'm very chilled out. I'm not very serious and things like that. So I wanted the tone of the video to also be very relaxed, which is why I shoot it on my phone. We don't even use mics. The edit is super simple. There's no like intense color grade and whatnot. It's just a very cute, chilled out video.
Wow, super cool. Noah, what are your plans apart from learning Hindi?
No, apart from learning Hindi, I've also been working on like a lot of original music as well.
Wow, super
Woo!
cool.
Yeah, like I definitely want to do like an album of my own and stuff. I'm very into like conceptual kind of albums, like
Right.
artists that do like very conceptual albums,
Yeah.
like like Kendrick and stuff.
Or Kanye, for the matter of
Yeah. Where like an album is kind of like its own world and stuff.
Yeah.
That's super cool to me. So I'm definitely working on that. It's taking some time, but I don't think it should be rushed. So
Wow, is it called language barrier?
no, it's not. I might write a song about that.
Hey, no man, no
Yeah,
offense.
that should be a
I'm
song.
sure. You're just 19. It's okay. You got this. Come on. Super cool, man. Wow, I would actually like to ask the both of y'all about your influences. Because we're talking about beat switches. We're talking about conceptual albums. We're talking about a day and age where. It's more. There's more than meets the eye. It's just not about an album that you release and it's out there and there are 20 tracks in it. There's a lot more that you have to do to sustain that fan base.
Yeah.
And that growth to be compounding. Who are the people that you all look up to in that aspect?
Go ahead, dude.
I feel like there are honestly the artists that I listen to. There are artists who like are very present on social media and stuff. But a lot of the artists I listen to are also very kind of reclusive, and I guess that works for them because that's also kind of that thing.
Yeah. Exactly.
Like how like Frank Ocean is super like
Underground.
mysterious.
And
and
doesn't
stuff.
put out music only now.
Yeah, or like
Exactly.
yeah, or even like Kendrick, like he puts on an album and then he like
He
You
puts
just
out
don't
an
see-
EP dissing Drake and then
He's just like, peace out, guys.
yeah. So that's kind of one way to go about it, I guess.
yeah.
If I think about artists who are very like present, that way
I think you have the
I don't know,
Sabrinas
I'm
of the
sure
world.
you-
Of course, the
you
Sabrinas of the
have
world.
artists that you listen to. Wow.
Yeah, I listen to similar music to you. I love Frank Ocean, Kendrick. Love a little bit older rap as well, like Biggie, Tupac and stuff.
Oh, so cool.
But I also listen to a lot of jazz, and then I also listen to a lot of R&B, but I like the pioneering artists of R&B a lot too,
Who
like
they be?
Jill Scott, Erykah
Yes.
Badu.
Wow.
I think we
Of course.
listen a lot to her together.
Yeah, yeah.
Actually, it
So
was
cool.
fun.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then when we go on drives, we listen to Kaytranada, of course, Ariana Grande, Sid from the internet, Steve Lacy, Mac Miller. I have a Mac Miller tattoo.
Oh, wow.
Love him.
Yeah.
He's also a big inspiration for Talk to Me because
Oh yeah, he is.
Yeah.
For sure.
For sure.
Yeah.
Wow.
But
That's super cool, man. Now you
Nice.
mentioned all of these genres. What are the genres that you all really want to dabble into?
Ooh, good question.
Thank you.
I feel like I'm coming from a very jazz background. Actually, I'm coming from a very eclectic background, to be honest.
Okay.
Like I've been super into like rock, metal, pop, rap, like everything, honestly.
Wonderful.
So right now the stuff we're doing together, it's very like R&B kind of dancey, electronic focused.
Yeah, like
I would say.
dance, pop, dance, R&B.
Yeah.
It's very in that direction. But I definitely want to do music that's also kind of more alternative, has jazz influence, and
Yeah.
I would love to like just take all of my influences and kind of just
Yeah.
put it into like the
Like make a
music.
sub out of it. Like,
One
you know?
conceptual album.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because that's me. Those are all of my influences. I don't
Yeah.
want
Wow.
to like just kind of separate that,
Wow.
Sure.
That's super cool.
Yeah.
Or at the least, we could get a Spotify playlist. Like, that's
Exactly.
super cool, man. Wow, you guys have such great energy, and I don't want to sound like an oldie at all. But
No, man, you don't. You said
man,
Kanye.
yeah,
It's
I
true,
mean,
it's true.
dude, let's not even talk about the jazz people you mentioned. But anyways, dude, this is so cool, man. Shriya, you performed at NMACC, which is of course now turning out to be one of the best venues to perform for any aspiring artist or existing artist. What was that experience like for you, and how different is the ball game when you are, doing so many things? You're a musician who's in the studio. You're a musician who's marketing herself as a musician and more than a musician on social media and being a gigging artist. How do you manage all of that together?
Good question again.
Thank you.
So when I came to NMACC, it was actually really funny. I was in this music school called True School of Music
Of course.
back in like 2016, and I don't know, I was probably like 11, 12.
Wow.
God knows.
Wow, you could have been in preschool, but you chose to go to
I chose music school,
True
dude.
School of Music. Wow, man.
And it was
You're singing Spain.
exactly. But I'm really glad that I got, that kind of exposure, and I had amazing teachers then. In fact, one of the teachers, Saurav Ghosh, I don't think he teaches anymore. He was
Right.
my theory teacher, and I consistently remember failing my theory exams
Really?
because I was just too excited to be singing, and I didn't understand the importance of music theory and being able to sight read and whatnot. And he reached and he failed me in like all of my theory exams. It would be like I'd get the best grades in singing and then the worst grades in theory. And he was just like, you know what? He told my parents, he's like, she's a kid, we'll let it go for now. But eventually I hope she learns how to read music.
Yeah.
So I carried that fear with me until I was 18. And then he reached out to me on Instagram and he's like, hi Shriya, I'm not sure if you remember me, but, and I was like, I remember you. You traumatized me.
I've spoken to you about to my therapist for so long.
Exactly. I was like, what do you mean remember me, dude?
Wow.
And he reached out to me and he actually programmed at NMACC for a bit. So
Oh, did he? Okay.
he was like, how would you like to come perform your originals? I have heard your songs before and I think this would be the right space. And I was like, wow, I'm absolutely honored. Also, that was the first time that I actually put together like an original set, and it was 75 minutes long.
Wow. That's so cool, man.
And 60 minutes were originals, and then we did some covers. Noah was actually there, which was really sweet.
Wow.
Him and his Murph. And it was such a fun show. And after that, we hit All About Music this year,
Oh,
which is
yes.
this music conference. We got to do an artist showcase. And now I'm working with like this all-female setup. So I have my dancers, my musicians.
Super cool,
And
man.
I love working with females so much too, because I don't get a chance to do that much. Everywhere I go, it's kind of male-centric.
Wow.
I love.
That's super cool, man. We have
Yeah, it's
such
fun.
amazing female artists in our country. Of course, Kamakshi as well. Shout out to Natasha and Kamakshi. And it's such an interesting space. We have the Junitas, the Lisa Mishras, the Kamakshis of the world. What do you think about the whole setup of how all of these female artists are flourishing, including you? And what do you see as the roadmap? Like you're 19 now, you've been singing since 9. Where do you see yourself at 29 as a female artist in this country?
I don't see myself in this country. If I'm
Oh,
being very
wow!
not trying to
Interesting
be.
Hanuman kind of having hiccups here.
No, but he also barely spent a lot of time in India.
Oh, for sure. Yes.
So I mean, for me, it's actually difficult for me to relate a lot to this culture just because of the music that I grew up listening to and the music that my parents exposed to me when I was younger. It was all, rock, or very Western centric.
Right.
So when I've grown up listening to that, and such a big part of my childhood too, like even ABBA and other Frank Sinatra, all of these artists that I
Right.
like really did grow up listening to, I do associate with that side of my personality maybe a little
For
bit
sure.
more. So, and my role models now range from Tate McRae, Ariana Grande, all of the pop stars. So that's what I want to do. That's the music. I know the music will constantly evolve. I know when I'm like 29, I'm gonna be like, what you did when you were 19, what the hell was that?
I mean, you get those reaction videos that Billie Eilish does every year. I mean, that's something you can do. Super cool, man.
Yeah,
So you're
that's
the
my
Tate
goal.
McRae. Who's your Ryan Tedder?
Bro.
Let's talk about that.
But I feel like you were saying that you don't see yourself in this country and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But also I feel like now times are changing so much. Like
sure.
I was talking about my parents and stuff growing up. They're in
Yeah.
Bollywood and stuff. That's because there wasn't much of an option back then. Like, if you had to do music in this country, you had to do like Bollywood.
Yeah.
Because
That's the aerial route you have to take. Yeah, for
Western
sure.
music still wasn't a very like big thing.
Absolutely.
But now with like social media and stuff, I feel like the indie music scene and like just English music in general, it was growing so much. Like
Yeah.
especially recently, the last few years with like Lola and all these festivals
Exactly.
coming
Sure.
here.
Rolling loud.
There's so much spotlight on like indie artists recently. I heard Billboard is coming to India now,
Yeah.
Yes, of
which
course.
is
Priyanka.
crazy. I feel like the indie scene is definitely exploding right now. So it's really like fun and like
For
it's
sure.
it's exciting. You know, that's why I feel like if you asked me last year or like 2 years ago, I would say I definitely didn't see myself here in the future as well.
Yeah.
But now I feel like there's scope. There's definitely scope and there's hope.
No, for
Wow.
sure.
Yeah.
And like we listen to so many artists from here, like
Yeah.
Tsumyoki, Kayan, Lisa Mishra, Sharul, working with all of these guys too. And I love their music. There's one more artist, Meba Ophelia. She is like an incredible artist. She does R&B music. She's from Shillong. And
The fate of Ophelia.
good one. But,
50s are going to kill.
No, they are. But I agree with what you're saying, but I do still feel like Hindi is still like the main priority in
Yeah,
India,
it
and
is.
there's still a very small amount of people that listen to English. That's still the minority. Whilst I completely agree that it's growing, that number is growing.
For sure.
It'll take time to get there.
Yeah, but you're just hoping that it does, and
Yeah.
super cool,
I
man.
have hope. I have hope.
I have hope
Yes.
too.
Wow, man. So let's talk about this, man. Really integral artists who are shaping the culture at this point of time in our country, and you would definitely find yourself in that ecosystem. If the people, the aspiring musicians, are watching at you right now, watching the both of you all right now, who are the artists that you would really want to model yourself after in terms of their discipline? Of course, not their musicality. The people that you feel are strong pillars to what the foundation of the Indian music scene is going to be in the future.
Wow, good question.
Do you know what? Recently, I had the opportunity to play drums with Sudan.
Woo!
You know,
Let's
Oh
go.
yes, of course.
Yeah.
He's a friend of the show. He's been here
Yeah,
a couple
we
of times.
did this music video and stuff. But I definitely like look up to him in that sense because I feel like he's such a rare case as an artist.
Yeah.
He's like a very true artist, you know. He doesn't
He doesn't watch movies.
he does like it's no frills, you know. He doesn't care about trying to do what the audience wants to
Yeah,
hear.
for
He's
sure.
very like true to himself that way, and I love that about him.
Yeah.
That's definitely inspiring because I feel like as an artist, it's about how you express yourself, right? And he definitely gets that. So definitely Sudan for sure. There are so many
Nice.
other very cool indie artists. You know,
Yeah,
Ranj
Ranj
and
and
Clifford. Their R&B duo. They're really sick.
They're killing it right now.
Of course.
Yeah.
I mean, do you
What
have
about
any,
you?
Do you have any other?
Yeah, I think for me, Kayan is like a really big inspiration because I think that she's kind of really like stood her ground and she's been like,
She's a
I
cool
will
kid.
do. She is a cool kid and she's been doing English, and everyone in this industry will tell you come sing in Hindi, sing in every other language but English. But I like the way she was like, hey, this is my personality, this is my style, and I'm gonna keep doing it. And eventually she did get the recognition which she so deserves, and now she's going international, and it's so cool to see Indian artists go international too, like Marianne Alexander. We listen to her.
Of course, bro.
She's
She's
killing
an
it.
inspiration. Yeah.
Yeah, and she just had, she worked with Anderson .Paak and his team, and I think that that's so cool. I mean, definitely some artists that I look up to.
Wow, man. It leaves the door open for you all to collaborate with them
I
in the
mean,
future.
Let's hope.
I'm forgetting so many artists right now, but there are so many good indie artists that I love.
Yeah, super cool, man. I mean, kudos to all of them and kudos to you all. Thank you so much for doing what you all do.
Thank
and
you.
many congrats on this wonderful new track.
Thank you.
It's so instantly likable. The moment you listen to it, it really gets into the action. And if you all have not heard the track yet, we're going to list it down in the description. Please check it out. And if you all are listening to this on radio, it's going to play very soon. Super cool, guys. Best of luck for everything. Really hope that everything that you all want comes to fruition.
Oh, thanks.
You all
Thank
have
you.
really distinct personalities, and I really hope that you all are true to yourselves. And the world is your oyster. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so
Thank
much
you for
your time.
having
you,
us,
man.
man.
Thank
This
you,
has
man.
been
94.3 Radio 1.